We're here, back and better than ever.
Oh yeah,
Back and better than
what's good,
ever,
my brothers?
baby.
Bruce,
What
the
up?
Bruce is in the house. Anyway, y'all, what's up, good people? Happy Thursday. Welcome to Root Access Live,
What's goody?
show where you get
What's
to
up? What
hear the
up? What up?
stories. We welcome the hottest entertainers, and as my brothers always say, we keep it a buck right here. We are your hosts. I'm Coco. I got my brother, Mr. Root, and Jinx here. Appreciate y'all pulling up on us tonight. So go ahead and get that share button. Hit that share button for us. Invite all your friends to join us right now. We are on FB Live and YouTube. Whew, we got a good show for y'all tonight. Tonight's topics will include Cardi B, T.I. and Tiny, Julius Jones, and y'all know it wouldn't be right. I say it all the time if we didn't give y'all a gift. Y'all know we love company now. Tonight might be a show for the fellas, though. I don't know, but don't get excited, too excited, fellas, because that seat is taken. She got a man, the beautiful, the lovely, the talented
man at home.
Not the old singers, but she's a singer, a songwriter, an actress, an author, a Grammy award winning, a Soul Train award winning, an NAACP award winning. The lovely Miss Chante Moore is going to be sitting in with us tonight. Aren't y'all excited?
Pretty dope.
Super
Pretty
excited.
dope.
Super excited.
Yeah. Of all the people, I get excited a lot, y'all. But I was truly excited. Mr. Root, you have outdone yourself once again. Appreciate
Really?
you. What? You don't think so? Take a bow. I'm giving you some flowers. Just accept them.
Hey, this is what we do, man.
You don't think Chante Moore is a big deal, bro?
Absolutely. No, this is dope, man. I mean, this is what we do at Root Access Live. That's why.
Okay. Yo, welcome to the root. Welcome to the root.
Right.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Who's in here? Who's in here? See, these people be slow.
I need some comments to pop up. I see we got multiple viewers, but I need comments.
I need y'all in the comments, and I need y'all to share this.
I like that. Where y'all viewing from?
We gave y'all Grammy Award winners, Grammy nominated artists, multi-platinum producers, Rodney Jerkins, responsible for like 100 million records. Like, come on, man.
The list goes on.
Benjamin Crump.
Yo, let me tell you, somebody asked
SWV. Look at my wife. Calm down. We here.
Calm down.
We know you here, but we need y'all to bring some friends and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Huh? Yeah. Where you viewing from though?
Yeah, right. All right, Natalie, Nate. I see a new face. Natalie, I need you guys to share it. What up, Beanie?
Bring them in. Bring them out. Come on in the room.
It's hard to get when around in your mouth. That's Swizzy.
Right, yeah.
Bring them out.
Right.
Yo, why are you hating right now, Cole? Like, can we be great?
I'm not. Here you go. You starting? Is you starting?
Just you talking about him. All right.
Are you starting?
Come on, Toronto.
Trenton in the house. Toronto is in the building. What's up?
Come on, Toronto.
Trenton makes what the world takes.
Talk about some. Come on, somebody. You know something. You already
Trenton makes Campbell soup.
There you go.
Into that bridge. I'm honorary.
That's right. I'll let you hear.
No, but rep your set though. What
up, Grandma? All right, let's get it going with these.
But anyway, y'all, we're gonna get it going. We got hot topics tonight. We want to get into it because we don't want to waste no time when Miss Moore gets on this screen. But not too long ago, we was congratulating on her new bundle. 2 weeks ago, we spoke about her sharing Chandler's, your cousin's, video from Howard University, and now she's hosting the AMAs. It's been a good year for sis, I must say. We are talking about Cardi B hosting the 2021 American Music Awards live November 21st. Y'all, this is going to be a good one. Man. I'm excited. Cardi B is doing her thing. She's super entertaining. I can't wait to see her. What y'all thinking about that?
It's going to be crazy funny. Laughs are going to be out this world. It was funny because I was listening to the radio this morning. They were talking about it on the radio. I'm not going to say the radio show or what have you, but they were talking about it on the radio this morning, and they were talking about how much of a huge step this is for Black entertainment, right? For and woman or female rappers at that, right? Because now, you know, Cardi B is doing something as far as the music industry, and she took the music industry by storm. Like ever since she started making music, her songs are number one. The features on her songs, the talent she works with her is absolutely crazy. And so this is just beautiful for her to just add to her resume. Like, this is crazy. And there's not a lot of people in her position who can say that they've done this. So big ups to Cardi B, man, for real.
Right. And you say that, but and you're definitely right. This is like the 5th consecutive year that a black female star will front the AMAs, and is following like Tracy Ellis Ross. I think she did it for 2 years. Sierra did it, and Taraji P. Henson. So, you know, those are some tough acts to follow, but I believe Cardi B got this in a bag.
You know, Cardi's gonna bring the heat. I mean, BX, all right, represent. Of course, I got to throw that out there. But like, come on, man, she's rambunctious. She has the personality. I remember, it's so crazy how I remember her hitting the scene on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, and she only literally did it. You forget that shit. That's where she comes from, right?
Right. I'm like, who is this girl? She
only did it for 2 years, and then she took off like immediately. And she just bought a house in New York. They have a house in Atlanta. You know, she's very rich, and you know, 5 years, she's a household name.
She just got a new house. Oh, she just got a new house for her birthday.
She already has 5 American Music Awards. She has a Grammy. I mean, Nicki Minaj don't even have a Grammy yet. So I mean, it just shows you that the path, her resume is just crazy. So, and then she has a personality. Like, I could only imagine how funny this is gonna be. She's gonna move the show along. So I think it's a good choice. You know, to pick her as their host. So I'm excited. But what I'm not excited about is today, I don't know if you guys saw that she bit the scab off of Offset. Like, he had a scab and she bit it off and put it on Instagram. I'm like, that is disgusting.
Does that go under the category through sickness and
now I gotta look this up.
That's good.
I mean, ooh,
but that's disgusting.
That's a bit much.
I love my wife. I would actually take a bullet for my wife, but I'm not gonna eat her scab.
I didn't see. Was that on her story?
Remember on Austin Powers Goldmember when he was taking the skin off and eating it? Y'all don't remember that?
That's so nasty.
Oh my God.
It makes my stomach turn just to think about it.
Ew, but, we was on a high note with Cardi. Now, come on.
I know, that was just today. I'm sorry.
She did all that. She just had a baby.
Act like I never said it.
Bro. Anyway.
Act like I never said it.
All right. Yeah. Well, we just will stay on entertainment. T.I. and Tiny, though. Those are my people. Yeah. Now, that's my real ride or die. That's my Bonnie and Clyde rap duo. I don't know what you want to call them, but they making power moves.
I mean, they're a power couple. They're entertainment power couple. T.I. and his wife Tiny. They are literally putting their money where their mouths are. They're developing affordable housing in the area.
Ew, she chewed it.
Right in their background.
What? You see it, right?
What?
She chewed it.
Ew.
She had it on her tongue and then she chewed. Oh,
excuse us.
And this guy, he had to go and look it up.
Look, it's Kim's fault. She told me where it was.
She said it's on Offset page, but
we have moved on. If y'all are
just tuning in, we was off the subject, but we was talking about Cardi B, and if you look on her Instagram or Offset Instagram page, she ate the scab off of him and chewed it up, and Jinx had to go look at it while we talking about something else, and now he got this ill face. Fix your face. Anyway, T.I. and Tiny, like you said, they put their money where their mouth is. They put their money right in their own backyard. They showed construction not too long ago over some affordable housing that they're doing right in their own hometown. So the philanthropy is there. T.I. and Tiny are definitely family people. I definitely didn't see this coming, but I'm super not surprised about this. They are super dope. Congratulations to them, and I definitely hope it works out for them. I'm gonna keep up on that too. That's one of those things I want to keep up on.
I'm not
T.I. He was on his Instagram page. He said he's checking out on my development here in the Bankhead section of Atlanta. He said, you know what I'm saying? This right here used to be the old Kmart Giant Food, and now we have affordable housing. 143 units going up. He's only 41, and he scanned the area with his camera phone, and it's like about 40% done. So they're saying by next year, this thing is going to be up. This is huge. I mean, you talking, basketball courts, garden, a garden house, all of that type of stuff, a greenhouse.
Greenhouse,
like this is pretty a community center. This is so awesome. And again, we always hear about the other things that T.I. and Tiny do, mostly in the bedroom. They always want to talk about that, and they being brought on charges.
Well, we just heard about that back in January.
Of course,
remember,
and you hear about that a lot.
One of their friends.
I didn't see on a whole lot of outlets. So
well, that's why we need
is the stuff we need to be talking about.
Right. So we're gonna use our platform the right way.
I want to say this though, but I'm really not surprised that T.I. is doing this.
Yeah,
I'm not either.
That's why I said I'm not surprised at all.
This is who he is, and
I'm actually surprised it's just happening. Actually, like I thought he would have ended something like that.
I'm not surprised at that, only because how they try to hold us down. Property, and real estate.
Because stuff like this is about timing. When you come out with something like this, is about timing. Right. So every time you saw T.I.'s name, it was with something negative. So for this, I know that his public relations team was like, yo, we got to wait until the timing is right. And I feel like now is when they were like, yo, let's jump on this because it's been pretty quiet. Let's jump on this now. And let's get some positive, publicity out there to show people who you really are. And I'm excited for them, excited for what's going to come. I mean, this is going to be an opportunity for jobs in the city.
Right.
This is going to be amazing. So, big ups to them. Big ups for real.
And we spoke about T.I. sharing it, but Tiny shared it too. She was on her Instagram account, and it was so warming because she was bigging up her man. She was like, you the man. I love how our project is going on. God just keeps blessing us. Like, I love their relationship. No matter what they got going on in the bedroom, that's their business.
That's their business.
That's their business. But anyway, y'all. Did y'all get out? Yesterday was election day. Did y'all get
Tuesday.
Out? Tuesday was election
day.
Did y'all get up and vote?
I did, yes.
Well, y'all
exercise.
Y'all taking too long to answer this.
Delaware, we didn't vote in Delaware.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't know
that. That state is so small. It's like, y'all had nobody to vote for in Delaware.
There was no race in Delaware.
No school board, no nothing. Well, I guess it is what it is. But in the state of New Jersey, we did have elections. In the state of New York, well, in most of the states across the country, we had elections. So I hope that y'all got out and exercise y'all vote to right. I know we had several ways to vote here in New Jersey. We had vote by mail, we had early voting, and we also had in-person voting on the actual election day, which was Tuesday. However, New Jersey had a tight race between two governors. There was only two people running for each, one for each party, and it was a close race. However, our Democratic governor, who was already incumbent, took the seat over again. It was a tough race. Like I said, we were on pins and needles. It took till we didn't find out till last night around 8 o'clock. A little before 8 o'clock, who won the race. But this is also the first time in about 45 to 50 or 50 years, something between there, that a Democrat had won back-to-back in the state of New Jersey. So big ups to the people of New Jersey. Big shout out to Uncle Phil Murphy. He is
Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil. He be doing his thing. I like Uncle Phil. You can't please everybody with everything. But for the most part, I like his platform and I like what he's doing for the state of New Jersey. So, but
just so y'all know, election in Delaware is November 16th.
Okay.
What? Why is it different?
I don't understand that, but okay.
And that's like general elections, like city council stuff like that. That's December 16th. But those are very important elections because the city officials, they're the ones who you really need to look out for.
That's interesting.
And we talk about that too. Like, yes, local elections are definitely important. Those are the seats that get to the higher seats. Those are the voices that get to the higher seats. But I wanted to congratulate Phil Murphy, but I also wanted to congratulate Michelle Wu on becoming the first woman of color as the mayor of Boston. When I say color, I don't mean as an African American. She is an Asian woman, and it's different for the state of Boston, for the city of Boston as a mayor, because
that's dope.
Yeah, it's super dope.
The city's first female elected chief executive, and she's only 36 years old.
36 years old, yes.
Yeah, the first Asian American to hold the office, and she defeated a fellow Democrat city councilor, Anissa George, in the race. So this was pretty historic, in the state of Massachusetts. So definitely shout out to her, and also shout out to Eric Adams in New York.
In New York City. Yes.
Yeah, he's the second African American mayor to be elected. So definitely shout out to him, and he's a vegan.
And guess what though? The first mayor was Mr. Mayor Dinkins, and guess where he's from?
Mayor David Dinkins.
Trenton.
I never knew Dinkins was from Trenton.
Trenton makes the world taste.
That's pretty dope.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Time out. Are we gonna like Root? We talked about him,
Alan, thank you.
Being a vegan. What does him being a vegan have to do with winning an election?
Because listen, man, he's gonna probably change some of the because remember the mayor of Philly came. What was his name? With the glasses, the black man Philly.
Oh, Kim, don't do us like that, Kim.
Nutter came.
A lot of folks.
And he put sugar tax on everything. So people can be more healthy. So I feel like Eric Adams, he's gonna implement a lot of healthy eating choices in New York City. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Speaking of New York City, though, I'm gonna tell you, we talked about something before, the whole Kyrie Irving thing, and I will be honest with you. Mayor Adams is on record saying that he's going to revisit this COVID vaccination stuff that would be mandatory, and it may allow for Kyrie Irving to play his home games if he revisits it and changes it.
So come home games?
Yeah, so come January 1st, because there's a mandate, right? So he's going to look at it come January 1st. If he looks at it and makes some changes to it, that may be Kyrie's way to play.
Listen, if that happens, he's automatically securing his re-election. If that happens, and then Brooklyn miraculously wins a chip, Lord have mercy.
Come on.
But I think that's a good segue to
It is, and Kim, I'm gonna get back to you on Trenton. Matter of fact, because we talk about
she's talking reckless.
We got a thing new right now. She's a big thing in Trenton right now, the track star. But we gonna go. We gonna go back to Kyrie Irving and them, because we got this disturbing thing going on right now. And have y'all seen the NBA 75th anniversary team roster? Did y'all see the team, the names that were announced?
It's the 75 greatest players of the NBA of all time, according to the NBA.
According to the NBA, we don't know who these people are.
To commemorate their 75th year.
Horrible.
Is that what you said?
This list, man.
Horrible.
Okay.
I remember it at 50 when they turned 50 and they did the 50 greatest NBA players. I remember 25 years ago, I was 21 years old. I remember that list came out and I was just like, Dominique Wilkins is not on this list. It was like so many people left off. But I think this 75-year list is even worse.
Well,
take it away, Jinx, because it just pains me.
Yo, so the reality here is, like, how do you come up with this list? And for all of the New York Knicks fans, y'all should all feel very disrespected because Bernard King is not on this list.
Bernard King. I have his jersey downstairs. So I wore it last year when you wore that guy.
The GOAT. Jersey. Yeah. This LeBron. So
the Billy Goat, yes.
So then I was like, yo, if we go there, Root, it's not going to be a good day for you.
Listen, I'm always ready, bro. I'm always ready. I know you waiting. I know you waiting.
Let's go.
Stop it, because if I have to do it, and I'm going to do it, and your wife is on here. So I don't want to do this in front of your wife.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready, because that team is looking real suspect right now.
Bro, first of all, we're not even going there. This list, I'm gonna beat you up about that in a minute, because this list right now, it doesn't have Manu Ginobili, Tracy McGrady, it doesn't have Vince Carter,
Grant Hill.
None of these guys are on this list. Like, it doesn't have Pau Gasol. Like, this is a fraudulent list. Don't know where it came from.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where I kind of like sit back because they.
But let me get back to you and your like erroneous comments.
I don't think we're done with the list.
No, we can be done, because at the point that we need to be done.
Well, there are 75 names on the list.
Nobody cares about.
I at least want to know who you think should go off the list.
Off the list.
Who do I think should go off the list?
You named about 4.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy Dominique Wilkins made it this time because he didn't make it at 50, which was disrespectful. Because even at 50, Shaq was in the league maybe 3 years, and he made the 50 greatest, and I never understood that. Although Shaq became Shaq, and of course now, absolutely, but back then I was just like, I feel like it's a lot of people on this list prematurely, even on the 75-year list.
So two people come like right away, and I don't know if you're gonna agree, but number one, Paul Pierce, and number two, Kawhi Leonard.
Hold on, let me.
Kawhi Leonard should not be on this list.
Why are we like? I can't. I know Paul Pierce was a 10-time All-Star and all stuff, but when you got guys that like you, so whoever wrote this, y'all literally sat down in this room and agreed that Paul Pierce should be on the list before Vinsanity.
How?
Kawhi Leonard should be on this list before Grant Hill.
How?
Nah, you lost me.
All right, so this list here comprised of 158 NBA championships, 730 NBA All-Star selections, a combined 110 Kia NBA MVP awards, and Bill Russell NBA Final MVP awards. That's more than 1.5 million points scored out of all these people. So are they going by stats?
I don't know.
I mean, everybody on this list,
individual.
Everybody on this list didn't win a ring. Charles Barkley's on this list.
Yeah.
You know, there are people on this list without a ring. John Starks, I feel like, should have made the list.
Yeah. He's not on it.
He's not on there. Nope.
Now I'm going to throw a sleeper name.
And you were saying some of the players that you were playing that were active. There are only 11 active players on this list right now.
11?
Yeah. 11 active players.
That goes to that's a strong statement about today's league.
Giannis, Carmelo Anthony, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard. Here you go.
I mean,
Chris
LeBron
Paul and Russell Westbrook.
Brainer.
Those are your 11 active players that are on right now. But I do agree with some of those that you said, because I asked about T-Mac not on there.
That's what I said.
How Tracy McGrady not on?
How is Tracy McGrady not
on? That's disrespectful. Paul Gasol should be on that list.
I'm just saying. In all, I think this. I mean, I'm not an NBA guru. I don't know the stats like that, but this list is trash. Basuda, bro. So I think it could have been. Like, I don't know who they asked, how they got to the conclusion.
I feel like it's sports writers, executives. You know, that's typically it. It's not really the fans, which we should be the ones voting, I think.
Absolutely. They should definitely have open voting.
This is trash.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just throw this in here for free.
For free?
All basketball players who are watching this right now, who are watching in the future, you are not a real basketball player if you clap and say, I'm open. Just that was just for free.
I'm open. That's really good.
You're not a ball player if you do that. I know that was kind of ill-placed, but we were talking about basketball, and I had that thought earlier today because I was watching some people play, and this one guy was like, pass. No,
there's a reason I'm not passing to you.
And there's a reason why you're open.
And there's a reason why
that was out of nowhere.
Sort of like Michael Jordan. But no, here's what I'm going to say.
Oh, please.
Here's what I'm going to say. And this is all seriousness. Now we're on the topic of the NBA. We had a little bit of conversation on the production show. So let me ask you this. Why did your boy Scottie Pippen come out and talk about the fact that Scottie and the boys are the ones who made Mike?
Because Scottie has a book to sell. It's all about timing. Scottie has, in 35 years, Scottie has never said anything. Scottie had a whole opportunity to say something directly after The Last Dance. Scottie said nothing. Scottie has a book coming out next week, and now we hear all this chatter. We know that without Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan probably wouldn't have won 6 rings.
Without Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan never even got out to Eastern Conference. As a matter of fact, he never even went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, he did go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Not without Scottie.
Are you sure
That was
about that?
heat and shade, okay?
Look at it. Look it up.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Of course
it doesn't matter.
Of course you would say that because you're a Jordanite.
I mean, no, it's not even about being a Jordanite, but so you think just because of the one time that LeBron, because again, LeBron did go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but he didn't bring the chip home without help. But he moved around, Jinx. You can't tell me nothing about it because he went to 3 teams to get 3 different rings.
Mike had a general manager.
Like, what are we talking about?
To bring talent to him. See, this is the thing that people kill me with. You want to talk about the fact that LeBron moved around. But LeBron,
I wish Charles Barkley would have done what LeBron did. He would have had a couple rings.
Mike had a GM who brought talent to him. And so LeBron didn't have a GM that was going to bring talent to him.
Doesn't matter.
Now.
It was 7 years before he brought talent to him. Okay,
and that's why
it
nobody
was 7
cared about
years.
Michael Jordan.
That's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie because just like he played, just like LeBron played hard. Are you kidding me? You knew the teams that Jordan was up against. We ain't talking about these punk teams LeBron was up against. We talking about the Celtics and their prime. We're talking about Larry Bird in his prime. We're talking about Magic Johnson in his prime. Are you kidding me?
Washed up on their way out. If you look at the times that Jordan went to the NBA
Speaking
finals,
of washed up on their way out,
their way out.
On their way out is who we talking about now. Your Lakers team that you represent right now.
That's fine. You can say
washed
that
up on their way
LeBron
out.
is the only player in NBA history to have a 30-point night with 10 assists. Your GOAT never did that. Because you know what? In year 19, he was somewhere coming off the bench for the Washington Wizards because he's a bum. Yes, Scotty got all 6 of them. Scotty was the best two-way defender in the league. And the only reason why Michael Jordan got those rings is because Scotty was the one D'ing up those number 1 guys like Magic Johnson. Put the 6 up, that's fine. But make sure you put the 6 up for Scottie Pippen too. That's for Scottie Pippen.
Tahira said you're not tired of this argument. I was going to stop him.
It's your husband, man.
That's for Scottie Pippen.
It's your husband.
Hey, congratulations, Scotty. You're the best.
Congratulations, Scotty. This book is going to be great. You're going to sell a lot of books, Scotty.
He's the best two-way player this game.
You're going to sell a lot of books, Scotty. Right. How appropriate, how the timing is everything. He says all of this now, Jinx. Come on, bro.
This is your guy who was crying on The Last Dance because people never looked at him as a GOAT. They looked at him as a bully.
Bully goat.
Look, y'all.
Mine is a bully goat. Mine is a bully goat. Yours is a Billy goat.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, y'all.
But do you respect Shaq's opinion? Shaq said LeBron wins a 5th one and becomes the number 1 all-time scorer. He trumps Michael Jordan. Yeah, I said Trump 45. He trumps Michael Jordan.
Notice that the conversation is always him trying to be like Mike.
Oh,
just notice.
No.
Notice what he's chasing.
To be like Mike.
Yes, that's the conversation.
That's not the conversation.
No, he's not.
That's where you try to take the conversation. The conversation is he's better than Mike.
He's not. And if you take a poll, you know what the answer will be.
There've been plenty of them, and some go bronze, some go Mike.
All right. Enough.
I win.
Enough. Ain't no win.
Ain't no win. Jordan went to the finals without Scottie Pippen.
Bro.
Whatever. Let's hope these Lakers make it to the finals this year.
Which they
won't.
Tahira, Kim, open the door. Come get him. Something. Enough.
I win.
Listen.
There ain't nobody won. That's a difference in opinion. Everybody wins.
Talk about
it's
sneakers.
A difference in opinion. Y'all gonna win.
Sneakers, we're not gonna talk.
I win.
Right. 2-2. He tells himself he wins. That makes him feel really good.
Look.
That makes him feel really good.
We moving on. We got a guest coming up and we got things to cover. Relax. We gonna get back to this. Let's talk about Henry Ruggs, y'all.
Oh my God!
If y'all don't know, I am so sorry about this young man, but Henry Ruggs III is facing probably about 20 years. Yesterday, he was driving a car after leaving a golf outing. He was driving a car at 156 miles per hour, drunk.
I don't even understand.
During this time that he was driving, he hit a Toyota RAV4 that was carrying a young lady and her dog, and they succumbed to the accident.
I mean,
this is very sad on so many levels. Henry Ruggs is 22 years old. This is his second year in the NFL. He had a whole life, a whole career ahead of him, and he had doubled the alcohol limit, y'all. This is so sad. I feel so bad for him. I feel bad for his family. I feel bad for the young lady's family. He is going to face vehicular homicide charges as well as
cruelty
to animals, something like humane. But this is so sad, y'all. I'm sorry I had to break up y'all NBA talk, but like I said, we got things to get through. And this needs to be talked about. And I mean, y'all go ahead. This is sad.
I mean, this is sad on so many levels. I can't even imagine. Do you know what 156 miles per hour look like? No. And it looked. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Was this on a highway, or on a
from regular? What I understand is it was in a residential.
So how on God's green earth are you going 156?
And he even got up to 156 miles.
Yeah, on a residential.
He was in a Corvette.
He was in a Corvette.
So I don't know what the 0 to whatever ratio is.
That means you are so inebriated that you don't even understand what you're doing. Like there's no way you can comprehend.
Oh, he didn't.
I mean,
he didn't.
I mean, doing that on a highway is one thing because again, a Corvette, that can go from 0 to 60 in a couple seconds.
Right.
But to do that on a residential street is unfathomable. And what kills me all the time is when this happens, it's always the driver who survives. And then you do this erroneously and you kill innocent people. So you killed an innocent person and a dog. You know how many times I've driven 3 o'clock in the morning and I just want to get home, and it's no way I'm thinking I'm in a residential area. Somebody's just gonna come ram behind me. They said this girl died. She didn't stand a chance because the car immediately caught on fire. So it was no way out. It's so sad. It was 3:39 in the morning. It was a Toyota RAV4. It's horrible. His life is over. This is how your life can change in an instant. You can have all the money, fame, and fortune. You're 1 in a million. You're in the NFL. So that in itself is like you beat the odds. And then one dumb mistake like this, and your life can be over, and someone else's life can be over. It's so sad. He was released from the Raiders. I mean, pretty much the next day.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. The prosecutor was calling for $1 million bail, but now I think it's set at $150,000. $150,000. It's just sad on so many levels, man. So sad. So sad.
His girlfriend was in the car as well.
Yeah, his girlfriend was in the car as well.
And she didn't pass. They were taken to the hospital, refused a blood alcohol test. And like you said, they both lived. And usually things like that do happen. Do you think that is like ironic? Like you lived so that you can feel bad?
I don't know.
I mean, I know that's crazy.
I don't know. So I'll make this short because our guest is here and I don't want to keep her waiting. I want to bring light to a couple of different things because the reality is that Henry Ruggs has access to certain things that everybody else has access to, but at a greater level. What do I mean? Henry Ruggs is a part of a group called the National Football League.
Right.
Every National Football League team has a driving service. So when you are drunk or inebriated in any way, you don't have to ever.
You don't have to drive.
So this is what will happen. If your vehicle is at the place where you are, they will send 2 professional drivers. One to drive you home, the other to drive your vehicle home. Yep. He had absolutely no reason to ever get behind the wheel.
Actions have consequences.
It is absolutely disheartening that literally 2 lives have been lost.
Yeah.
Because this young lady's life is gone. It's so unfortunate, but she's gone. But the reality is that Henry Ruggs is probably going to spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Right.
it's such a sad story. I don't want to talk too much about this. Mr. Root, our guest, is here, and I want to bring her on so we can get as much time as we can with this beautiful soul. So if you would have the honors of introducing our guest for this evening, Miss Chante Moore.
My God, I am so excited for our guest. First of all, she is celebrating 30 years in the industry next year.
Whoa.
Precious is going to be 30 years old next year. How crazy is that?
She came out
the womb started when I was born.
You started when you was born. I don't, looking like this, I don't even know how she started.
You
got an album 30 years old. Unbelievable. She's a Grammy-nominated artist, star of R&B Divas. She's a beautiful person and a beautiful soul. I had the chance to meet her at an E1 party a couple years ago, and I was just surprised at how cool she was. I'm just like, this is Chante Moore. She's just talking regular, just with us, hanging out, dancing. It was so much fun. So please welcome to Root Access Live the beautiful and talented Miss Chante Moore.
Woo-hoo. Let's see those comments, bro. Let's get some hearts up in here. I like that. Welcome.
Welcome.
We so appreciate you pulling up on us tonight. It is such a pleasure. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you came to hang out with us.
I say that all the time. Every show, I'm grateful for every single body in every single seat, because I know you can only be one place at a time. Because if I could be two at a time, I'd have been home with my kids and then out working. Or out working 2 times to get 2 times the money.
I know that's right.
So I do appreciate that you even think like that, because that is it's a place of gratitude. It really is, because people can choose their lives and you can be anywhere you want to be, but there's only one place at a time.
Yes, we appreciate that. And you said you had to be at home with your kids, or you would have been at home with your kids. So we might as well just get into it. Motherhood, music, and the pandemic. How are you handling all this?
Motherhood, music, and the pandemic. So let me say first, the pandemic at home, because my children both lived at the time, both in Los Angeles. So it was kind of cool to be able to share private time and to slow down. Because, every time I go to work, I get on an airplane. I rarely work in Los Angeles. So my children know me leaving on an airplane just about every weekend for work, and at least 2 times a week, a month. So the pandemic gave us time to just relax. It was interesting. We had a lot of questions and fears and the things that were natural for everybody, and wondering like, this is like a Twilight Zone. I don't understand what's going on. But to draw close to my children, and my father lives with me. He's 88 now, but he was 87 then. And to be able to have him here and to just love on one another, and to just draw close to the people that were most important to me was just a blessing. And it was a blessing in disguise. It was weird that we all had to do that. Absolutely. But I see that most people, their posts changed from being work stuff or being, ass my booty high, to their kids, to their kids and their husbands and working. And then you see the child walk by, and there's things that happened naturally, because all things work together for our good, not just the stuff we like and the stuff we understand and the things that we planned. Because usually stuff I want don't happen like I think it's going to happen. Right. But God has a plan that we don't even know about. So I love that he worked that situation for everybody, whether we like how it turned out or not, whether we lost loved ones, because we all did. We really have to understand that nothing took God by surprise. So I have to rest in that. And you guys were talking about the young man who made that fatal accident happen. And we have to trust the Lord knew exactly what was going on. And the consequences stay the same, because that's what happens when you do this, that happens. It's an action reaction, just like he drove fast, hit the car. That's what happened when he hit the car. It's the same thing with our lives. There's things that happen and we may not understand the why. And you said something like, why did he live? You think that's why, but make him think. What it is that we have to accept life as it is, because there's nothing we can change after it happens. Zero we can change. And I lived in a place for a long time where I lived in regret. I was like, well, I should have did that, or I shouldn't have did that. Why in the world did you do that, Chante? Having these conversations with myself, saying, why would I do that? You're so stupid. And I start like beating myself up verbally, not really knowing that regret was weighing me down. And so we can't live in regret. We have to accept the choices we have already made. If we want life to be different, then you make different choices. Change your life today for tomorrow. You can't change yesterday. So that's all I have to say about that.
That was a whole word right there.
That was a whole word right there. And it kind of leads me to my next question of you. You know, you've been singing so long, been in the industry, like I said, for over 30 years. When did you find out, or did you realize singing what you wanted to do? I know you grew up in the church, right?
I did. I grew up in the church. That's all I know from childhood. I never had any other music other than gospel music. So I grew up listening to Tremaine Hawkins and Walter Hawkins all of my life. I didn't even know who Stevie Wonder was, Chaka Khan, and Anita Baker, and Gap Band. I didn't know none of that stuff. Prince, none of it until my brother turned 18. Once he turned 18, my parents made this deal with him that he could play secular, as they call it, secular music downstairs in the garage because he was a drummer. So from that point on, I was like, who is that? Who is that? So I went from nothing to Prince and God, who else was that? The first time I ever saw the album cover, I didn't even know who she was. Minnie Riperton's cover where it's just her face.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the one with the ice cream.
No, it was the one where it was just her face. She had just passed away and I just found out who she was. And I was like, who is this beautiful woman? And then hearing her voice for the first time and Shaka and then the whispers. And then I was like, it was like information overload. But I was the least talented out of my family. My mom sang, my dad's a writer and a pianist. My brother's a professional drummer. My sister sings, writes, draws, everything. So I'm the youngest. So, you know, the youngest, everybody goes, shut up, Sean. Sean, shut up. And they go, good thing you cute because a singer you ain't. So it was always just shut up, shut up, shut up. So in the choir, I never led a song ever at church, ever. Never.
That's crazy.
Never. My sister was the one who killed him. She has a soft, sweet, gentle voice, and she was the one who killed him, and my mom. But when I was 16, somebody asked me to be Dorothy in a local play, and The Wiz, and I was like, you mean my sister Latan? You mean my sister Latan? They were like, no, actually, I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. And I was like, oh, me? So I'm a girl who loves a challenge. I was like, okay.
Right.
So in the middle of rehearsal, when I was 16, we were practicing a cappella, and or there may have been a pianist, but I was singing, and my mom and my sister like started looking at me like I had something on my face. I was like, what? What'd I do? What happened? They're like, when did you learn how to sing? I was like, oh, I can sing now. Oh my God, I can sing.
Wow.
16.
I am super surprised at that. You say your sister's voice sounds. I'm like, you sound like a fairy godmother when you come on.
I've gotten better.
I didn't think it'd get any sweeter than that.
Oh, you're sweet. Well, you know, my sister's part of the reason why, because I wanted to sound like her. I wanted to sound like my mother. So those are my influences, her and Tremaine Hawkins.
Yeah, West Coast. So yeah, I can see that. And are you from the Bay Area?
I am, San Francisco, California.
Oh yeah. So okay. So where did the confidence come from then? You know, from 16 years old to then, you know, a couple years later, then getting a record deal. Like, how did all of that happen?
I was never not confident. I was never worried about that. What they said was negative. It was just their opinion. I sing because I love to sing. I danced around my house and sang from the moment I got up. I had to go to school, came back from school, had to do my homework. From the moment I finished my homework until it was time to eat, we ate dinner as a family, and then I sang until it was time to go to bed. I sang because it makes me happy. I love it. I like dramatics, and I was singing the words, stand up, and I was standing up, and you know, I was like acting everything out. So it didn't bother me that they said it. It just, I was like, well, I mean, good thing I'm not singing for you. I don't know. I just was like, whatever. So they never made me feel inferior as much as, girl, don't quit your day job. I didn't have a day job, but you know, just don't think of this as a career. And then by the time it was time to think of a career, because modeling didn't work, I'm only 5'4", and I thought maybe I'll model. And I thought I'd keep growing. Stop growing, 5'4". Petite modeling did not take off. So just from there, I've always been very assertive, outspoken. I'm the youngest in my family, so you know, usually the youngest are kind of loud, and
That's the one that don't care about nothing.
Just don't care. And my family was like, we know Chante's goofy. From the moment I was born, I was always trying to make them laugh and make everybody be at peace. So I'm a peacemaker. I'm always like, well, mom said, and then you said, but don't say that because mama said, and she didn't mean it like that. She wanted you to do da-da-da. And so I'm like this born trying to get people together and make people happy in my family. And then when music came about, it just, I went from writing songs or just writing in my journal at 13, began to be poetry, and then poetry became songs, and my songs became my demos, and my demos got me a record deal. Yeah.
What was the hardest song you wrote?
I don't know. Writing is a little difficult to pinpoint because sometimes it flows and sometimes it takes a few days or a moment, like it strikes you and you go, that's the word. And if you're writing with other people, they help you flow. But the hardest song I've ever sang that came out was Chante's Got a Man.
Really?
Oh yeah. When listen to me, girl. Oh my God. That's at the breaking point of my voice where it's not chest, it's from the chest to head. It's that oh boy. And Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were not playing. They were like, yeah, that was good. Go back home, rest. We'll see you in a couple days. Rest your voice. Because that ain't it. I was like,
wow.
And
you have range. So for you to say that is like, whoa.
It was a lot. And the harder they made me work on it, they were trying to like motivate me. They were like, imagine Mariah Carey is in the audience. This is the Grammy. And you're doing this and you're up for this. And I'm like, oh, don't do that. You're making me nervous now. So that was the hardest song to sing. I don't know about write, but that was the hardest song to sing.
Well, that was the next. I was gonna say write or sang, so you answered it right.
So pleasure to meet you. One of the things that we have in common is we both grew up in the church, right?
Yeah.
Father was a pastor, right? So when you talk about making the transition from singing gospel all of your life to now going into, R&B or the secular realm, what was that transition like for you? And did there ever come a time where you had to sit your mom and dad down like, look, this is kind of what it is?
Well, what I find is interesting, and I did some research on it because I am a church baby. I don't remember anything before being on the pew playing the tambourine. That's what I know. That's the me I know. That is me. I looked up the word secular, and it means without God. And I've never been without God. I've never been at a place where I thought, you know what, he is not here, he doesn't care, or this is done without him, without his say-so or allowance. And when I started singing love songs, I feel like the thing, if it was a word to name me, I am love. I am the one who loves to love. I love my mother with all of my soul. I love my father, like from his head to his toes. I thought he was the smartest man in the whole world. Yeah. My sister, she was my best friend. She was my playmate. My brother was my defender and the one I learned how to be a smart aleck with. He's the one I learned how to get a tough skin that you got to have in life. And with those four people, I knew, and because of being in the church, I knew I had to sing what I believed. I couldn't sing a lie. There's never a song I sing and I'm like, I've never been there. Every song I'm saying, I've been like, either I identify with that or I've been there. If I didn't write it, I would have written it, And that's what being in gospel music taught me, is sing what you believe, because even if you don't say it was you, people are going to take it as you. If you sing a song about, I'm going to drop it, I'm going to pop it, I'm going to do it, then you may not be that girl for real. You might be like, no, I would never do that. No, you would. Somebody's going to think you did. So I make sure I make music that represents the truth in me. And I never had to sit my parents down because they knew I was a lover. They knew that's what I made out of. Like the God in me made me a lover. I love very well. Any man that's ever been with me knows they missed out. If they lose me, they're never going to be loved like me again.
Come on, ever. Somebody.
It's just
Come on here.
I love it.
It's not a threat or a brag. It's just, I know that I'm good at it. Not sex. I'm talking about love, caring for someone and loving them and giving them what they desire. I try to find out what it is that makes you happy, and I want to do that for you. Not outside of myself, like, okay, I'm gonna turn into somebody else to be who you want, but within my power, within the realm of who I am, what can I do to make you happy? When I get up, can I make you breakfast? Can I do that? Can I get that for you? No, I'll do it. No, it's fine. Oh no, let's make peace. Let's not argue. I don't want to argue. I'll tell you the truth of who I am in peace. Speak the truth in love. Can you do that? And that's what I expect back from you. But if you don't, I got a daddy who's gonna make sure you are paid back for that. Not me. I'm not gonna be coming after them. So there's a peace I have with who I am that I've always had.
I love the answer that you gave, because you said that nothing you did was without God. Nothing. It is He who has given you the ability to do what you do. And I always got obviously this is the first time I'm having the pleasure of meeting you, but I've always gotten the sense that you had no problem recognizing where your ability comes from. You just mentioned that you have a daddy, talking about our Father. You've got a Father who sits high and looks low, who will take care of you. If somebody wrongs you, I mean, the scripture says, vengeance is mine, I'll repay. That's what it says.
You better put a millstone around your neck. And dump it to the ocean.
Yeah. So I love that response. Thank you so much for your transparency, because I mean, I think that's what's lacking from people who have been in the industry for so long. It's like they try to put on a facade or try to be somebody they're not. Like you just mentioned, don't sing a song if it's not you. Don't write a song if it's not you. Don't be a part of it if it's not you.
I can't.
No,
people have alter egos and they can. Like I know there's Lady Gaga and Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, and I get that too, because when you go on stage, you kind of have to let go of your inhibitions and let go of yourself and like, okay, shake off that thing. And it strikes me every single time I'm on stage when they go, Chante Moore. I'm like, do they know that it's just me? I mean, okay,
right.
Here I come.
I love that.
It's just funny to me. But I'm not saying don't do it. It's just I don't do it.
That's what I meant. Yes.
So, I just don't want anybody to think that she said, don't you do it. Because, and that's the other thing you got to learn as you live in this fishbowl of a life. Everything you say whirls right around and comes right back at you. And everybody's listening. It's amplified and everyone's looking and going, oh, really? And they have a judgment on it and a word and they may be at home in their grandma's basement doing zero. But if they say something, it might poke you right in the gut. It might hurt your heart, literally hurt my heart. I hate that it hurts me. I hate that what people say can bother me in the slightest bit. But it does. Negativity is negative. And it can affect us. If we're alive and sensitive, we're alive and we are sensitive. So it affects all of us. And I try to shrug it off, and I do shrug it off eventually. But sometimes what they say hurts.
Right.
Yeah. You were just talking about love, and man, last week or the week before, you just got engaged.
Congratulations
to Stephen Hill. First of all, was that under wraps? Was I not watching what was going on? I didn't even know you guys were dating.
Entire relationship.
So
let me just say, what's interesting to me is that he and I agreed we were dating. We've known each other, first of all, for 30 years. And we have pictures of the day we met, which is interesting. We have like 6 or 7, maybe even 10 pictures of us throughout time. We've seen each other many more times than that, but we agreed that day to say we are together. We've been dating for about 6 months. And what's funny is that it was never my intention to tell the world we were engaged, ever. And not ever, but at this point, not yet. Because I know how people are. They're like piranha. And I don't care for it. I don't know if you all have ever noticed my life, but you haven't seen a lot of pictures of my kids until after they were 18. Because they didn't choose to be in this industry. I did. I'm not a red carpet mother. I won't be bringing my baby. And you won't be seeing me and Sophia when she was little and be like, oh, my baby.
No.
You might see them now, my baby pictures.
I see them now. I didn't see any young pictures of Sophia. No. I saw her recently. She's older now. She's a perfect mix of you and Kadeem. Yeah, perfect mix of you and Kadeem. It's crazy, but you're right.
She is. So I am very much a protective person. Like if you want to see me be mean or protective or aggressive, I should say, mess with somebody I love. That's when you get this. Wait, hold on, excuse me. No, you don't. No, that's when I turn into the lioness that I am on the inside. You can say what you want to about me, and I'm like, you know what? You don't make or break my day, whatever. But if you mess with the people I love, it becomes a whole nother thing. So us dating, I was fine being out and about. I did not expect the world to know that quickly that we became engaged. It was not something I knew got out. It got out probably with him, and I don't think he understood exactly how protective I was of it. But yeah, that's what happened. But we were dating. I was okay with the letting out of the dating, but I wasn't okay with saying we were engaged. It's like people touching your belly when you're pregnant. It's like, it's none of your business. Get off me. Yeah, but people think they can touch you and just be all up in your business. I'm like, it's still my stomach, people. It's still my stomach. So I still am very protective of it. And it's new, and I'm still gonna protect us because I'm going to live this day to day. I'm not going to live this, mark to mark with each step that we make. I was thinking about that as you all were talking. I was like, oh man, this first interview I've done since we've been engaged. And it's just interesting. It's just, I am in a protective mode. I feel like, mama going like this, just, like, okay, yeah, we'll talk about
Mama Bear.
Mama Bear. Get excited.
Yes.
I am excited.
Yeah.
As you should be. Congratulations to you. I'm super excited for you too.
Thank you. He's a very smart and kind, and he's the kindest person I've ever been with, ever. Wow. He's just more thoughtful and more insightful and more caring, and he's just one of the nicest people that I've ever met.
And you are well deserving of that.
Yeah.
Just talking to you right here, I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. She deserves it. You deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Just pray for us. Your union.
For sure. Absolutely will do.
Absolutely. Now you're singing on the Tom Joyner cruise this weekend, aren't you?
Leave on Saturday.
So how is that now getting back, because we're still in COVID? Like, how are you, just handling all of this, like getting back out there even during COVID?
I have my vaccine, I've done my part of that. I'm careful. I put my mask on. But again, it's about who you trust in. If I was a scary person, which I am not, in times of trouble, if there's an earthquake or fire or whatever it is, I'm going to be steady. I don't know why or how the Lord made me this way, but when things happen, he gives me a peace, like I'm in the eye of the storm. It's a peace that I go, okay, listen, you get that. I'll get that. You carry that. Give me this. Get on my back. Let's go. I don't know what it is that he's put in me that's like that. So I have a way of looking at things that I trust the Lord. I trust him. And you can be in a situation, I don't even have to be right. I'm not always right. Even in my sin, even the times where I've walked away from him, even when I thought grace in my life had worn completely out and he was going to be like, girl, please, no. You think grace going to cover you? But that's what grace is. It's undeserved favor. It is what it is. And I'm like, right. So he keeps having to go, excuse me, I'm God. You're not God. You don't decide when. I know the end from the beginning. So getting out into the world, that's what I'm supposed to do. I still have a ministry. I still have a job. I still have my life, my children. I still have people I have to meet and touch and interact with, and they have to touch me and meet me and interact with me and give me the things that are supposed to be for me from them. So we got to live. We got to live each day carefully, each day at a time. One day is all you get. All you get.
It's not a brag, but I used to say this all the time to my church. I used to tell them, the favor of God causes even my mistakes to prosper. And that's real about what you just said. Like, we don't know if every decision that we make is going to be right. We go by what we believe, we pray, we feel, whatever we do. But when you're, like you said, when you really have a relationship, like the favor of God causes even my mistakes to prosper.
Yeah, because he said all things work together for good. All of them.
That's good and bad.
All that means when you fell on your face, and when you didn't get up fast, when you got up slow, when you jumped into the sin, when you jumped out of the sin, when you stood up, when you turned around, when you went the wrong way on purpose. One time I had a panic attack in the car, and I could not drive on the freeway. And I was just so distraught. I couldn't get myself together. This was just a year and a half ago, and I couldn't figure it out. I was like, Lord, you are God of all. Why? How come I can't just pray my way through this moment? I don't understand why I feel out of control. And I know you're with me. I know you're in me. Your Holy Spirit lives. Why would I be fearful or panicked or upset about any of this? And I could not get myself together. So much so, I was an hour and a half away from home, driving on the freeway. It would have been. I had to get off, and I took the streets. Took me 3.5, 4 hours to get home.
Oh, wow.
The Lord spoke to my heart when I got to my house. He said, you still got where you were going. Nothing changed about the destination. Even though you went around the world and back in the back street over here, you went there, you drove there, you went down the street, you waited, went over there, all the way around, back, round. Where'd you end up? Exactly where you were supposed to end up. And that spoke so much to my heart that it gave me peace about my life, that no matter what you do, if you still stay in him, not always in sync with him, but if you know that you belong to him, no matter what you do, you're going to end up where he wants you, because he called the end from the beginning. You just don't know. So I ended up where I was supposed to be just 4 hours later. It could have been an hour, but it could have been 10 years. It could have been 5 years. It could have been 2 hours. I don't know. But the point is, I got where I was supposed to be. So that's what I feel about my life as a whole, is that I'm going to end up exactly where I'm supposed to be. Exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you've tuned into Evangelist Chante Moore. You need to put your cash app up, because
we're going to so
you are giving us some nuggets tonight. Jeez.
Listen.
Ooh,
they talking about you.
Good. You gave us about 4 words tonight.
You're doing your good preaching, woman of God.
Listen here, man. This is amazing.
You're doing your good preaching, woman of God.
I am not mad.
I know you have to go soon, but before you leave, there's a game that we play with our guests each and every week. It's called Talk It, Sing It. So you know how sometimes you hear a song and you hear with the music, you kind of know it. But without the music, if I just say the lyrics, you're like, oh, wait a minute. What is that song? So I'm going to talk the lyrics, and then if you guess it, then you could sing the song.
Okay.
All right.
You're going to be great. Don't worry about it.
As long as it's in the 90s, I'll be okay.
All right. You should be good. All right. See, I was the one who picked her up when so-called friends let her down. And I was the one who took her in when that fool put her out. A true friend indeed. You see, I was there when it was going down. But she betrayed me. I caught her with him coming in from out of town. Tell me why.
You are more than welcome to sing it.
I don't know that song. I was the one who did what?
All right, I'm gonna start it again. See, I was the one who picked her up when so-called friends let her down. And I was the one who took her in when that fool put her out. A true friend indeed. You see, I was there when was going down.
They know it.
But she betrayed me. I caught her with him coming in from out of town.
Your congregation knows it.
She left with my man.
I don't know that song.
It's Friend of Mine remix.
Kelly Price.
I was the one.
Oh,
see. All right.
Let's see this one.
Okay.
On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm?
Come on, Chante Moore.
On a perfect day.
Yes.
Not living weather the storm.
Yeah.
If that's not possible, tell me something more. Because I need somebody who will stand by me.
Through the good times and the bad times.
Good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Tell me, sunny day. Everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Can you stand rain?
Come on!
Hey,
say that note.
All right.
They said that was too easy.
Note?
They said that was too easy.
I saw it. I did.
They said that was too easy.
Yeah,
that wasn't
right.
easy. That was good. Thank you. Whew.
All right, I'm gonna give you. Let's go here.
Okay.
Didn't I conquer this last year? Tell me what I missed, cause I fear that it's coming back up again. Must be something I ate. Some song, some show, some hate. The devil wants to extend the game, free throws. And when it ends, he wants to make the sequel. Because if he has another chance, he feels like he can take my joy, my peace, my faith.
Ooh.
See, the devil, he learns from your mistakes.
Oh, got
even
it.
if you don't.
Got you.
Oh,
got you.
That's
JM.
That's
in your defense, she did say 90. She said keep it 90s.
Yeah, but
I
you know
did
this.
say 90.
I'm gonna give you the
I
initial.
know. I'm
gonna give you the initial.
Right?
Yes,
that's
you got it.
Cycle.
It cycles.
Cycles. Yes. Oh,
yes.
I love that. Cycles.
Yeah.
Cycles. Ooh, that's good. That's a good song. Ooh,
Yes,
he
it
does
is.
learn from our mistakes, even when we don't.
Even when we don't. Whew. I'm telling you, read these lyrics and you be like, oh,
that was like, gotcha again.
I know. All right, let's see. I'm gonna throw one or two more here. Let's see.
Got this.
You could have kept singing "Stand in the Rain" for me. I'm good. Good to go.
All right. I'm gonna give you a hint for this one.
Okay.
This song is from a soundtrack that you were also on.
I know this already.
Then I would have got that. I probably sang background on it. Go ahead.
I know it already.
You probably did. All right. Baby, you can call on me anytime that you feel the need. And I'll be there in a hurry, giving you the best of me. And baby, you know I keep it nice and warm to satisfy. Baby, you know that I'm always hot for you. And if there's any kind of love that will exemplify, my sweetie, I have got that kind of love times two.
Isn't that when you started, I thought I knew the song, and then you said some things that have changed my mind.
At least
start it again. What's the beginning?
Baby, you can call on me. No, because you sung background on that. I know you sung background on that.
Do. Say one more time.
Baby, you can call on me.
They know it
anytime that you feel the need. And I'll be there in a hurry, giving you the best of me. And baby, you know I keep it nice and warm to satisfy. Baby, you know that I'm always hot for you. And if there's any kind of love that will exemplify, Babyface know he can write a song. My sweetie, I have got that kind of love times two. I'm gonna go to the chorus. Boy, I'll do you all night long.
Boy, I'll do you all night long. That's Faith, right?
Nope, it was SWV.
SWV.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh, man. I failed at that like big time because I was going, yeah, I know that. But you know what? I'm over 35.
I did it.
I'm just saying.
I saw your age on Wikipedia, and I was like,
I am going to be 55 on my next birthday.
That's nuts.
Where?
Nuts.
I'm born 1967. It's the truth, and
her birthday is the day before my wife, February 17th.
It's Michael Jordan's birthday too. But yeah, but my brain.
Oh, thank you for mentioning the GOAT. Thank you for mentioning the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
The best ever. I mean, Kobe's right there. I mean, he right there. But
and who's third? Who's after Kobe? You think?
They say LeBron, but I'm watching. I'm checking.
Yeah, I'm watching too. He might be fourth or fifth. Yeah, thank you, Chante.
Because I respect your greatness somewhere else, Mrs. Moore. Or
yes,
Ms.
sir.
Moore.
Well, who do you think was then?
I'll leave all.
You could tell by his hat, Chante. He's a disgruntled LeBron fan.
Oh, so
but it's fine.
LeBron
I'm not
That's what he thinks.
Disgruntled LeBron fan. I give Jordan his props all day long. But
listen,
in my
Chante Moore has to go, bro. We don't have time for
he asked me the question.
You're crying.
He asked me the question.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT. You said it, Chante.
No. She asked me the question, Root, not you.
He's gonna tell me who the GOAT to him is.
So stop talking, big bro. It's my time. LeBron James, in my opinion, is the GOAT.
Is the GOAT. Okay.
I mean, Chante Moore, February 17th.
It takes more than one person being great at one time over here, one time over there, because Michael retired and we, God bless, God rest his soul. Our Kobe is gone. So somebody got to keep playing.
Somebody got
to keep playing. You're right.
So it's gonna be many GOATs. Many GOATs.
I like that. I'll take
many GOATs.
Chante Moore.
Not a play on words, Coco. Stop playing.
Thank you so much. But you cannot leave without singing something for us. Just you singing this little game is not enough. So I will let you choose. Being that you was evangelizing, as bad as I want to hear, like, you know, Shantae's Got a Man or Way You is my favorite song from you. From Way You. Love Has Taken Over. That's when you came to dominance.
Yes, sir.
But listen, sing whatever you want. If it's something on your heart, it's a gospel song. Hey.
Oh,
cool.
man.
Y'all go. I ain't bring no tissue in the studio with me. Y'all.
Because of what we've been talking about, it came to mind this song. It's one of my favorites because it really speaks to just life, and that we sometimes don't get it, but if we just learn that God desires your longings, every pain that you feel, he feels them just like you, but he can't afford to make you feel only good. Then we can appreciate the good times. Be grateful. Be grateful, for it will be all right.
Woo! Shout out to the Bay Area. Walter Hawkins, the late great one, and she's sitting down. She didn't
sitting down.
In that beautiful Papa San chair. Like,
love your chair. Love it.
So beautiful.
Thank you,
Chante Moore. Thank you so much.
God
You're
bless you guys. Thank you so much. This was so much fun. I love talking to you guys. I could do that all the time. Call me back.
We
will. We got a lot to talk about.
We gonna talk. Call me back.
Everyone,
we will. So, guys, Chante will be back next Thursday, guys. Woo, clap it up.
We're adding a member to Read Access Live.
I know.
I'll be on the boat, but after Thursday, after that, call me up.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations again.
I'm supposed to be mentioning my song. Hold on.
Let's go.
Right One is the one that's out right now. I forgot to even talk about it. That's not good. My single is called Right One, and it's about it really is about the Lord, but honestly, what's interesting is about the more I listen, the more I hear, and it's so interesting how God does that. He makes everything perfect in his time. I love the way he changes our perspective and our perception of things in the middle of living. So the song is about the right man at the right time with the right love change my life. So of course I'm talking about Jesus, because really the song talks about how, you know, even when I make a mess, he tells me it's okay.
Right.
The scars that you see, they're the lessons, and the beauty is in the pain. You can't just erase that stuff. Those scars, you have to give those testimonies. So, but then it's like, then the next chorus comes up, and the right one, the right man at the right time, with the right love, changed my life. It's like the Lord brought the right man at the right time with the right love to change my life in another way. So, you know, look at Jesus.
I love that perspective. What's the name of the song again?
Right One.
I need to stream it. What's the name of the song?
Right.
The Right
One. Not Real One, because I did have Real One. You can have a real one who ain't the right one.
Okay.
He can really one.
Listen, keep preaching.
Keep preaching. Okay. All right then.
I want the right one in my life. Whatever it is, it's got to be right. It ain't got to be with me all the time, but it's got to be right. So anyway, it's the right one by Chante.
Download it right now.
Yes,
Chante, you gonna go on that boat and mess around and preach on the Tom Joyner cruise.
Okay.
Listen,
I can't wait to see footage.
Breath in my lungs. I'm always gonna talk about the Lord. Anybody who's seen my live show knows that I give God the glory. Even when I was just so dead wrong, I couldn't even do nothing with myself. I'm like, and I'm going to hell if I don't get right. So I don't know what y'all doing. You don't have to believe in Jesus, but you got to know that you got to believe in something. And if you don't believe in him, I don't know. That ain't my job to make you believe. My job is to tell you what I believe. That's my job. You said testify, not convince.
Right.
Now tell us about, you got a show. It's on Sundays, correct?
It's Sunday and Monday. I have 2 shows.
Sunday and Monday. See, y'all got to watch her too. Sundays and Mondays. It's a super funny show. It's the real Chante. This is the real Chante, but it's her in the flesh.
Oh, you talking about on my Sunday shows? The Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't done those lately, but I'm gonna do them again. I haven't been doing them, but I did them for over a year. It was the More Chante show. That's what she's talking about. I just would sing and talk, and I would sing everything from the Hawkins to Stevie Wonder. I didn't care. Whatever touched my heart that week, I sang everything. Doobie Brothers, didn't matter. Sade, anything. But what I love is just being able to connect with the people. So thank you, every person who's watched. Everybody who didn't watch, it's okay. You can go back. It's still there. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're the best. No. One of my favorite guests. I love it. Thank you so much, Chante.
Thank you.
Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. I'll see you not this Thursday, but Thursday after that.
We gonna hold you to it. Don't play with us.
Look, because you gonna mess around to be a co-host with Coco.
Uncle G was on here, wasn't he?
Yeah, Uncle G was on here. I'm gonna talk to
me with a good time.
Don't worry.
We'll bring you right back.
He said, "Don't be threatening me."
With a good time, right?
I love it.
We love you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chante.
Blessings to each one of you. Thank you again for having me here.
Yep, and safe travels on the cruise.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Chante Moore, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
How dope is she?
I thoroughly enjoyed her. I thoroughly enjoyed her. Tonight was a great show, guys. I really enjoyed. I enjoyed y'all too. Y'all little rant for 15 minutes on the NBA.
But you see, Coco, did you see how God turned that thing around? How she just said it. I didn't even ask her. She just said who the GOAT was. Like, and it's so crazy.
He looked like he was getting ready to turn the screen off.
Their birthdays are the same day. I think they were around the same year. Like, it's crazy. She did.
No, it's the day 17th.
It's the day before.
The day before.
No. My wife's birthday is February 18th.
Definitely was, Kim.
His birthday is the 17th, the same day as her.
Birthday is the day before Michael Jordan.
It's not, because his birthday is
the
not
mere
the same
fact
day
that
as
she
my
mentioned him made Root
Can somebody Google Michael Jordan's birthday? Like, this guy just wants to argue all night, and then he loses. He thinks he won.
Nobody lost.
Get that negative spirit out of here.
You win some, but you really lost one.
Nobody lost except for Jordan before he got Scottie Pippen.
We gonna start this again. Y'all ain't tired.
I'm done. I won.
Throat don't hurt.
No, it's not I won. It's I win. Learn it.
I win.
See?
Yeah, I'm done with y'all, yo. We gonna do this again next. We gonna do this again next Thursday. Y'all gonna be here. Y'all gonna be here next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye, sore loser.
Next Thursday, I win.
Yeah.
Next Thursday, Anita Wilson. Next Thursday, I won.
Next week, Anita
Wilson.
I win.
Thank y'all for hanging out.